Videographers, photographers, here are 3 clauses you should include in your contract before you send it to your client. Gather your village people. Let's talk about it. I've said it before how important it is for you to have a contract with your client that clearly stipulates the terms of the job. There are several clauses you should include in that contract, but here are 3 of the most important. Number 1, the scope of work and deliverables. For example, if it's a documentary, are you capturing the interviews, the field B-rolls, and all of that, or you're just doing the interviews and they'll give you the B-rolls? All of that must be clearly stated. And if it's an event, are you capturing reels or you're documenting the full event? Having a clearly defined scope of work will avoid you being used as Jackie at the end of the day, so that you're not doing the job and then they're asking you to do things that are outside what you're supposed to be doing. And then for the deliverables, it must be clearly stated what is expected of you after the job is done. How many videos are you sending to them, what format the videos should be, and what resolution those videos should be in. And if you're a photographer, how many photographs are expected of you, how many frames, how many photo books, and all of that should be clearly stated so that your client will not be calling you for something that you did not agree to. The second clause should be payment terms and schedule. It should be clearly stated in this clause what your payment structure is. For example, my own is 70-30. You pay 70% before the job is done and you pay 30% upon delivery. With your 70%, you are booked and we set the date aside. And then when the job is delivered, you pay the 30% not less than 24 hours after delivery of the job. And it's important to put that timeline, that schedule, because some clients will give you shege after you've delivered their job. So let it be clearly stated in the contract so that when they don't pay within that period, it's a breach of contract and you can carry an action against them. The number 3 clause should be copyright ownership and usage rights. In this clause, it should be clearly stated who owns copyright to the work. And also it should be stated if the client has exclusive rights to use the work. If you also intend to transmit copyright or pass over copyright to your client, it should be clearly stated and what conditions must be met for you to pass over the copyright to the client. And when you're writing this clause down, it must be very, very unambiguous. It must be very clear because the law respects whatever agreement is made between you and the client as regards copyright. Because left to the law, copyright is naturally vested in you, the author. So any other agreement to the contrary is what the law is going to respect. So you must be very, very unambiguous in this clause. And if it's a job that you are supposed to actually pass copyright and they're paying you for it, paying for that specifically, it should be clearly stated that copyright is owned by the client. Okay? And also, one last tip. When clients send you a contract, read these terms I just mentioned in those contracts, especially NGOs and all of these organizations. They are the ones most of the times that will send you a contract. Take note of these terms that I just mentioned, and anyone that you don't like, mention it to them so that you will not be cheated at the end of the day. If you want a draft copy of a contract that you can edit to your own specification and use for your work, comment contract and I'll send you a link to download it free of charge. Now you can thank me. Follow for more tips on filmmaking, cinematography, and content creation.